Hey guys, Joe here, and in this video, I want to talk about two important things that I think you should know. So, number one is I have a new tool or a new website that just came out that has a lot of different tools in there. I spent some time over the weekend, and so it is called freecontractortools.com. And so, for its name is their free tools. Okay. So there's a few different ones that I had built over the weekend. So the first one is a margin tool. So this is where you can go in and figure out, how much if your, materials are this and your labor is this, how much that you should charge if you're looking to hit a certain margin percent. Okay. So this will range anywhere from 30 to either 50 or 60% margin. So you have that. Note when you're doing margin and when you look at stuff like that, it is not like if you think you're trying to hit like 50% margin, it does not mean that you are taking whatever your total materials and labor are and multiplying that by 50% because that's not going to do it for you. Okay. So there's number one, that. And if you have been doing it that way and you swear that you're hitting your margin numbers, then you're probably doing it wrong, or not probably, you are doing it wrong, which means you're leaving a shit ton of money on the table. So you might think you're charging appropriately, but you are not. Okay, so that's number one, right? The other tool I have in there is actually a tool I had made a while ago, and I kind of forgot about it. And that is a survey tool. So the cool thing with this is you can upload a customer survey, and then as long as you know the one side, at least one side, preferably the longest side, you can basically scale that out. So you would take the longest side, you would measure that, and or trace it on your on the survey. And then after that, you will put in how many feet it is. So if it's like 100 feet and you put in that line that you know is 100 feet, then after that, everything else is scaled out. And then the cool part with this is you can use it for the measuring, obviously. And then the other thing that you can use it for, that we would do it for all the time, is actually using it for if you have to provide drawings for an association or things like that, because you'll be able to draw on it. You can actually change the font color, the font size. I think even like the line color and everything else. So you can mark which is which and label it that way. And basically just click a button, it will save it, and then you can email it to whoever or use it for, whatever purposes that you have. The other tool that there is a sub versus employee labor calculator. Okay. So then you'll be able to put in how much you paid for your people hourly and how many of your employees you just add them in for like a job, put in the average number of posts that they can do per job, and you do the same thing with whatever your subs are going to cost. And then that way, if you're on the fence uh, between using a sub or an employee, this will show you very quickly how much more or less that sub would cost you. Okay. The other thing that you can do is you can use this to plan out. So, like if you are deciding if you should always use subs, never use subs, or maybe it's just somewhere in between, then you can kind of pick and choose which jobs that you're going to give to a sub versus which ones you would give to your employees. And so with this, it'll actually map out the employee costs by hour, right? And so it'll add the 40% in there. This is for like payroll taxes, workman's comp, things like that. So it'll appropriately track that. Then there's like the advanced version that's right under it, where if you would like to input any more information, such as what the vehicle costs per month, as far as with like payments and insurance and gas and things like that. And then what it'll do is it will figure out exactly what that vehicle cost you basically per job, right? And so we have that, which is pretty cool. There's some other tools in there as well. There was like two other ones that were built so far. I think I built like three or four over the weekend, and then I had the survey tool in there. So it's quite a bit. And then if there's any other tools, let me know and I can get those added in for you. But like I said, it's completely free. You can just use it. Yeah. Like this was an idea that just kind of popped up in my head over the weekend. Honestly, it was probably at night when I got high. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if this website is available. And I was like, holy shit, it is. So that's why I built it. And the reason for it is because honestly, a lot of times there's so many things that I want to have built. And it's the programs are always like this crazy thing that I honestly I want a program that replaces everything in general. And I've I can't ever find a developer and things like that. And I try to do it on my own, and it's just halfway through it on up breaking, and then I can't end up getting it to work. So I'm like, screw it. So I spent like months on different programs. I mean, months at this point, probably like 4 or 5 months on this one program in particular, and I could never get it to work properly. And so I was like, you know what are other things that I can do that would be helpful? And so I'm like, what about these like quote unquote like micro tools, little things that will provide value to you in one way or another. So that's why I had it built, and I was able to knock out several tools in like a weekend. So I'm excited about that. Now, I have to just put it online, but by the time I post this video, it should be up and running. If it is not, just, be on the lookout. So that's number one. Number two is so we went to go see Lilo and Stitch. And so that's not really the story, but we're driving back home. And if you have kids, by the way, I highly suggest the movie. It was actually really good. The first 20 minutes, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm wasting my time. I should have, I should have did some work or whatever. And like, it started getting like really good. So I really enjoyed it. Anyway, so I'm riding back home, and like I'm just looking out the window because my wife's driving, and I see all these lawn signs, and I look and I'm like, holy shit, this one company that I've never even heard of, I see it everywhere now, right? And I started seeing my development first, and I would see the signs. Like it's always the same thing in my development, at least is you'll see the signs along like the main road. And then I just looked the other day, and my next door neighbor has one for this roofing company, right? And then after that, I'm like, oh, okay. And then after that, so we're driving, and we're like probably 20 minutes away at this point. And there's more of the signs. There's one on the side of the road. I'm like, lawn signs work, right? I said it to my wife. I'm like, because I'm like, I see this company, I saw it first here, and now I see it on an next door neighbor. And I'm like, we're just seeing it more and more, right? And then we drive like another 30 seconds, and there's another of their signs in front of someone else's lawn, right? In front of their house. I'm like, see, like it works. So a few things. Number one with the lawn signs is a lot of people that I see fence company wise, like we end up putting them out. I should say we, but as a fence industry, a lot of times we see them being put out because we don't install. We see them being put out after the fence has already been installed. Whereas, like a lot of these roofing companies, they put them out as soon as they book the job, so it's out there for a few, like a week or two before they even get started. So if you're not currently doing lawn signs, start. Number one. And number two, if you're currently just putting them out after you install, try to get them in the ground after you book the job, right? And maybe it's like a week or two in advance, something like that. And you could do like before I kind of like overthought it. I'm like, oh, you know what we'll do? If I was going to go this route, it's like, oh, we'll do these coming soon signs and blah, blah, blah. And you know what ends up happening? Nothing, right? Because a lot of times that as business owners, we're too busy. And if it takes any extra effort, we're not doing it. Or if there's any additional steps or whatever else, it just never happens. And we have like this graveyard, I call it, of like great ideas. And they just never come to fruition because we just don't have enough time, right? And a lot of times, especially if you are like the owner and you're the one out doing the quotes and the estimates, and you're going out to doing the installs, and you're ordering materials and all that kind of stuff, like you just don't have the time, and it's never going to get done. And it's honestly a reason why I'm doing a video like this on a phone that's not connected to my mount like you're used to seeing a non-shaking video. And the reason for that is because is not on my that's not on my cell phone. Typically, it's on my Pocket 3, which I love the camera. The problem is there's an additional step to get it onto the like onto YouTube. I have to, if I'm going to edit it, but a lot of times I don't, number one. But I'll end up going and like I have to, even though it's a small step, I have to connect it to the computer, I have to upload it, and then I finally will post it. Whereas if I just use my phone like this, after I'm done, I'm going to just upload it onto YouTube and call it a day. So, and if you'll notice, it's been months since I even posted anything. And I actually recorded like 4 or 5 videos since then and just never posted them because they're on my camera, right? And now I'm like, oh, they're dated, where I talk about, oh, it's, here's my update, blah, blah, blah. And because of that, I just never posted it, right? So don't be like me. Don't be like most other people. And for now, if you've been thinking about doing something, whether it's doing lawn signs or if it's as far as posting content, things like that, just find the easiest way to do it and do it. Don't think about it, just do it. Like there is a good, there was a video I was just watching from Alex Hormozy the other day, and it kind of just talked about information that I um, was reading from the Elon Musk book, and it talks about these five. Um, it's like his algorithm. Oh, I hope they're not closed. Talks about the algorithm and what you do with it, right? And I hope you're open. We'll see if these people are open. And so, anyway, one of the things is moving up the deadlines or the timelines for things, right? And so, which is in a video that I did the other day that I didn't post, is basically ask yourself how long it would take to do something, right? Or if you ask your team to do something, like how long is it going to take? And it's like, oh, it's a bigger project. We can do that by the end of the week, right? And so instead of just saying that, go further, right? So go into why can't it get done today, right? In fact, why can't it get done now? And a lot of times it can. Like it just means that we have to take the video, post the video, or if it's the lawn signs, it's as quick as ordering them, things like that. But a lot of times it's very quick and easy to do. But we just take too long to do it, or we want to do a bunch of meetings, or we want to make sure it's perfect, or whatever. So let's get it out there. Whatever it is. If it's the lawn sign, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it is the video, same thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just talk, get it out there, talk, post, done. So anyway, hope that's helpful. Again, I have the tool, freecontractortools.com. Again, if it is not up, it's because I did not list the website live yet. It's on my own terminal at home, but it works. It's good to go. I just have to upload it. So, but I wanted to do this video because I never do the video. And if I get a message like, hey, Joe, where's the free contractor tool website? Why didn't you post it? Like, that's my motivation to get it done. So anyway, have a great day.